Hello, beautiful. Welcome to the Prosperous Womb. So in this video today, I am going to share 4 major steps in the high ticket profit explosion work that I do with clients to support you without a coach to identify where you are leaving millions of dollars on the table every single year in your coaching business. And a couple of videos ago, I talked about using my 25 years of accounting experience and my business experience to identify and really see which of the holes are leaking money, power, impact, value, love, joy, and passion in your business, and how you can use the high ticket profit explosion to identify, seal those parts, and actually get money out of your business, real profit that you can use to build the life you want, design the impact you want, live the legacy that you want to leave behind, and most importantly, choose the life you want to enjoy in this lifetime. So I'm going to start with the 4 major sections. There's more, but there's 4 major parts that I do in every VIP day with clients. And those 4 parts are a really good starting point for you today to look at your own business. Make this experiential, not just, oh, high ticket profit explosion, it sounds good. I want you to consider looking at your business and identifying as we go along in your coaching business, how can I restructure this? What will make this better? How can I make better decisions? I'm all about working smarter or, doing the work, but I prefer to work wiser. There's a difference when you use God's wisdom to build, create, and design your business. It allows you to tap into resources that nobody else has. It allows you to plug into the wisdom God has already put inside of you, especially when you remember who you are and why you're here and the work you're here to do in the world. And it allows you to stop looking for the next swipe file, the next formula, the next blueprints to getting a magnetic client or the next 100K month, and really using wisdom, the principal thing, and midwifing your gifts. Those together support you to create profits beyond your wildest dreams. One of the things I've noticed with women coaches is the desire for a 100K month or 200K month, or even a 10K month revenue, sales, clients, and no emphasis on the real part of running a business, profits, which is what gives you a sustainable business that you actually enjoy running, because it makes money for the business to invest in itself, grow and expand, and for you to invest in yourself, grow and expand, and have more than enough running over for you to give, share, bless yourself, do whatever it is you want to do with your money. But you cannot do that without profits. So I want, starting today, for you to really look at profits as the essential sustainable part of your business that makes it a going concern, which takes you out of I'm a coach to I have a profitable coaching business as a professional life coach or spiritual coach or health coach or relationship coach or business coach, marketing coach, whatever coach you are. This works for you. And I guarantee you, because I do the guarantee in my business too, we're going to identify a minimum of $250,000 you're leaving on the table today, or your money back. So I know it works, okay? So if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is mimidabo. I'm a high ticket business coach, and I support spiritual women coaches and Christian women coaches to co-create profitable and simple high ticket coaching boutiques so they can serve at a deeper transformational level, co-create exponential expansion with their clients in any coaching niche on any day. And in their own businesses, they get to simplify with one simple, profitable, high ticket coaching offer that supports them to build the life, the business that they want, the body they want, the health they want, the legacy they want, the impact they want, and create the wealth they want to enjoy in this lifetime. So before we start, I want to invite you to consider that in your business, your offer determines your wealth, okay? And when you decide that you want to create a $10,000 offer or $100,000 offer or $1 million offer, that determines how wealthy your business will be and how profitable it's going to be. So you determine that. There's no high ticket coaching police that comes and knocks on the window and says, hey, Joe, why are you charging that for this? Why are you charging this for the gifts God has given to you? No, you get to decide how wealthy, how broke, how prosperous, how much money you want. You get to determine all of that. And it becomes your responsibility to create it through the wisdom and gifts that God has given to you. The second thing is, I invite you to look at the process from an abundance perspective, meaning don't let fear determine how you sell, what you sell, when you sell, and for how much you sell. Because what I've seen is when we get to the VIP day, clients show up, and if they have a $10,000 offer and they want to 100x their investment. So they say, okay, so I have a $10,000 offer. How do I restructure this today within these next 5 hours to walk out of here with an offer that will guarantee me at least $100,000 this month or $1 million this quarter, guaranteed. And the first thing I see is the fear on the face of, oh my gosh, it's from the place of, who do I know that can buy this? How am I going to sell this? What am I going to do? What's the process? What's the strategy? No, relax. It all comes down to, what do you want? How profitable do you want to be? What do you want to experience with the clients you're working with? What do your clients want to experience, and how can you tap into and become the point person for their aspiration? How can you become part of their aspiration so that you create an offer that shows them exactly what is possible for them, especially when they walk by faith and not by sight? Okay, so those are the two things I want you to consider as we start. So what goes into high ticket profit explosion, and what does that even look like? It's basically using high ticket coaching offers and a high ticket money mindset to explode your profits so you have more than enough to be a blessing in the world and sow more into the kingdom of God. The first thing we look at is your offer, which I call your wealth creation plan. We'll look at the offers that you have right now. Sometimes clients have one offer, sometimes they have 10. So we look at the offer that is the most profitable and the one that you love to sell and the one that you know lights you up. Because sometimes people want to hold on to offers that are profitable but are not working for them emotionally, mentally, psychologically, or anyway. There's no joy in it and they burn out from it. But hey, it makes a lot of money, so I feel like I should be doing this. So we look at that from all the different angles: emotional, psychological, the brain work, psychology, mental, but most importantly, using the wisdom of God. Looking at the gifts that God has put inside of you, harvesting those gifts to make sure they're reflected in that offer, identifying how to up-level the offer, where to tweak it, identifying how many offers go into your product suite, if it's more than one, identifying who it's for and all of that. But most importantly, tap into the wisdom that God has given you to determine how to do the thing that you want to do. This is where you have a come to Jesus moment. It's not a practice playground. This is heaven. This is life. In this moment, in this VIP day, you are looking at what you want. For the first time in your life, you get to confront the freedom, the peace, the joy, the thing that you say you want as you create and restructure this offer. And that takes a little bit of back and forth, obviously, but for you looking at your offer today, how can you tweak that offer, restructure, maybe up-level it, maybe take some things out of it? Because especially if you're working with high-ticket coaching clients, they don't want 900 videos. They don't want 6,000 worksheets. They don't want a swipe file. They don't want anything but a bespoke experience that is going to give them what they want today. So look, as you look at your business and your offers and look at the clients you work with and the offers that you have, the packages you have right now, and the results you co-create, how can you tighten those up? How can you tighten those up for higher profits and bigger impact? Because the higher the profits, it means the higher the value of the work you're offering. It means the higher impact you create and the higher ROI for your clients. But not only that, it means the more dazzling and delightful the experience for your client, because you can incorporate delightful, dazzling, fun, exciting experiences for your client. Okay? Bespoke experiences. So the first stage is that offer. The second part we'll look at is your pricing, your packaging, and your positioning. And pricing is usually, we're going to 10x the offer, we're going to 20x the offer, we might 100x the offer. It depends on where you are right now in your offerings. So look at your offerings today. What will be the best X explosion for you? Do you have a $10,000 offer? would it be best for your clients, whether it's health coaching, career coaching, whatever, to create a $100,000 offer that has all the value, so they don't have to ladder step in your programs. They don't have to ascend into some ladder, but they can get the holistic, powerful transformation that they want over a period of time succinctly. You don't have to add a bonus to it. There's no do this and then that and then that. It is one powerful transformation that takes them to their highest level of co-expansion. Okay? So you look at that and say, okay, so the pricing, how do I do this? And then you look at packaging. What's the best way to package this? Is it going to be a VIP day where my clients want something stat? Is it going to be a 90-day experience? Is it going to be maybe meeting 4 times a year? Is it going to be coaching calls every month? Like, how do you package it based on the gifts God has given to you, your natural gifts, based on what your clients want, that exponential 100 times what they want and what they're asking for, and what you enjoy doing and how you want to play in your playground. Heaven is now. This is your playground. And then positioning. It's high ticket. So a lot of times I see people continue to try to convince people to work with them. And when you position for high ticket, you assume the client wants it. You assume the client is used to investing in herself. You assume the client is used to creating results that stand out and distinguish her and set her above everyone else. You assume the client knows they're going to pay for this, and you assume the client wants it. So you speak to the person with those assumptions in mind. And so when you position your offer, this powerful new thing that you're structuring, you position it in a way that speaks only to the person who wants it, because she knows the effect it's going to have on her, and she knows how it's going to affect her life, and she knows how it's going to affect her health, her life, her relationship, her spirituality, her business, her career, whatever it is you're coaching on. And not just what you're coaching on, but every single aspect of her life. Basically 100% prosperity. That's the positioning. And again, this is where I see some resistance, because we're so used to playing to a certain clientele, or playing small, or pretending like we want to work with this group of people when we really don't, or just say afraid to step out of our comfort zone of, but what if I lose everybody else because I'm only talking to one person? Well, she's going to give you $1 million for this offer. What do you want to do? Okay? And then we'll come to sales, which I think sometimes is the most important part, but the other parts don't work if you don't have sales. Okay? And sales usually involves maybe some sales training. Maybe it's creating a plan. So here's what I see, and I want you to look at your offer today and see what you see in your business. Sometimes clients have, again, 1 high-ticket coaching offer. Sometimes they have 5. And the question becomes, what are you selling and why? A client will say, well, I launched this one product twice a year, and I made maybe $1 million or $750,000. And this other product was online. I didn't have to launch it, but I sold 5 of it. Maybe it's a $25,000 coaching offer, and it's online, and people just buy it, you know? And so I sold 4 of them and made $100,000. So the question becomes, why aren't you selling this? And if you could sell this, how much more money would you make every month, every 90 days, every quarter, every 6 months, and every year? And why are you leaving money on the table? And this is where I see the issue, one of the biggest sticking points for especially clients who are making 7 figures or 8 figures or high 6 figures or even low 6 figures. It's when you meet your goal of your first 6 figures or your 7 figures or 8 figures, the first 2 times you meet your goal, there starts to be a disconnect between money goals and the desire to create them. So let's say you want to make 6 figures and you make your first 6 figures, then your second 6 figures, then maybe another $100,000. And then you set a goal to make $500,000 next quarter. What I've seen is a disconnect, because now the excitement, the excitement and the fun and the joy and the passion that you got from creating the goal the first time is no longer there, because it doesn't have the same effect on your life as it did if you did it the first time. Maybe you needed the money. Maybe you wanted the money. Maybe you wanted the validation. And now you have it. You've checked the box. So what? So now what will it take to create that additional $500,000 this quarter? What will it take to create that additional 7 figures this quarter, because you've done it twice already? And this is where we work, and you do the work today as you look at your business to connect to the heartbeat of your mission, the heartbeat of your why, the heartbeat of who you are and why you're here, and the heartbeat of your client, so that you can again get that traction, get that joy, get that passion to go forth and do the thing without self-sabotaging. Okay? And then you create a sales plan where you know exactly what you're selling, why you're selling, and it's in the sales plan and the pricing that you actually add the $1 million or the $250,000, because you decide, oh, I can launch this and launch that instead of just one. So if I sell 5 more of this, I make an additional $600,000 this month. If I sell 5 of this every quarter, I make an additional $1 million this year. And that is where I see the gaps. And this is just a high level discussion about it for you to use this technique to identify the holes in your business and stop leaving money on the table. But if you want a really deep dive into this, then subscribe to this channel, because high ticket profit explosion is my expertise. I'm a high ticket coach. This is what I look for. I'm an accountant. This is what I look for. We plug the holes, we create the offers. We look at your marketing positioning and pricing and your packaging. We look at your specialty, what you specialize in, and how you're selling it. Not just how you're selling, but the sales conversation and what actually comes out of your mouth, the presence that you bring, the essence that you bring to your sales conversation. So I want you to leave in the comments below where you are seeing money on the table. How much money? Be honest. How much money have you left on the table each month in 2022, each month in 2021? And if you're watching this in 2023, each month, like whatever time you're watching this, for that year, identify how much money you left on the table every single day, and identify where you can plug that hole. Is it in the offer? Is it in the pricing, the packaging, or the positioning? Is it in the sales? And then you create the sales plan. It's a 90-day sales plan that supports you to create the additional income, whether it's $100,000 or $1 million, within 90 days. And that sales plan is very detailed. It works backwards to identify the 3 focus areas that are going to be the money magnet and the client-facing activities that are going to support you to actually create it in real time within 90 days. Guaranteed, or your time back. Come back for your time if you don't do this in 90 days. So I invite you to leave in the comments below. And if you want to work with me to apply for your own high ticket profit explosion VIP day, okay? It's been good having you. The link is below.